Sophie Cunningham, the rising star of the Indiana Fever basketball team, amused her fans with a humorous confession about being single. The 28-year-old basketball player, who recently joined the Fever on January 31st in a trade involving the Dallas Wings, Connecticut Sun, and her former team, the Phoenix Mercury, connected with her growing fan base during a social media Q&A session. Passing the time during a flight delay, Cunningham engaged with fans on Instagram for some candid conversation. When asked about her relationship status by a curious follower, the WNBA star opted for humor over cliches. She posted a video of herself enjoying a drink at the WNBA All-Star Game last July, with a playful caption addressing the frequently asked question. Cunningham jokingly made fun of himself, saying, "I believe it's because I'm a misfit and a disgrace to society. Plus, this video only shows me skating on ice and doesn't fully showcase my abilities," referencing the clip. "But regarding my single status, I'm confident that I will get married before I die because God will make it happen." Cunningham, who was chosen by the Mercury in the second round of the 2019 draft, has had a notable influence on the league due to her remarkable statistics. Throughout her career of 182 games, she has averaged 7.7 points, 2.7 rebounds, and 1.4 assists. Her standout performance came in the 2022 season, where she averaged 12.6 points, 4.4 rebounds, and 1.6 assists per game. Before transitioning to professional sports, Cunningham had an impressive college career at Missouri. She was recognized for her talent with accolades such as SEC Freshman of the Year in 2016 and a place on the SEC All-Freshman team. Additionally, she received first-team All-SEC honors 3 times and was labeled a third-team All-American. In a recent update in January, Cunningham began a new journey with the Fever after being traded from Phoenix, along with the number 19 pick in the 2025 WNBA draft. During the media introduction on Tuesday, Cunningham expressed excitement about the change, describing it as refreshing. The impact of Caitlin Clark is continuing into her second year with the Indiana Fever. In 2025, 5 of the Fever's away games have been relocated to larger arenas, following a pattern that began in 2024 when multiple teams transferred games from smaller venues in order to capitalize on the presence of the Fever's rookie player. Across the league, Fever games typically attracted over 16,000 fans. The Fever play their home games at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, which has a seating capacity of 18,000, located in downtown Indianapolis. Many games have had full capacity attendance. Indiana has made some off-season moves in order to improve on their 2020 record and secure their first WNBA playoff appearance since 2016. Stephanie White is now the coach, succeeding Christy Sides. New players welcomed include Natasha Howard, DeWanna Bonner, Sophie Cunningham, and Brianna Turner. Alongside Clark, returning players include Kelsey Mitchell, Aaliyah Boston, and Lexi Hull. The schedule for this year consists of 44 games, an increase from the previous 40. The WNBA now has 13 teams following the addition of the Golden State Valkyries. Sophie Cunningham held her Indiana Fever introductory news conference in Indianapolis on Tuesday. The 28-year-old, entering her 7th WNBA season, previously played for the Phoenix Mercury after being drafted 13th overall in 2019. Cunningham scored 7.7 points per game while playing in Phoenix. Her averages were higher in 2022, with 12.6 points per game and a 40% success rate from the three-point line. During that year, she was ranked 3rd in voting for Most Improved Player. In 2024, her scoring average dropped slightly to 8.4 points per game, and her three-point shooting percentage decreased to 37.8%. She becomes part of a group led by Caitlin Clark and consisting of players like Kelsey Mitchell, Aaliyah Boston, Dewana Bonner, Natasha Howard, Lexi Hull, and Brianna Turner. Many believe she has been under immense pressure. Not many have experienced what she has, so it's simple to criticize and pass judgment. It's important for us to support and uplift one another. The rookie class brought valuable attention to our league, which was necessary and desired. Therefore, we should welcome them and ensure their success. When we face them for the first time, I encouraged them to continue their great work and offered my support, which isn't typical of me since I usually have a more laid-back attitude. During the All-Star game, we were enjoying ourselves. She was playing, and I was having a great time on the sidelines. I casually mentioned to her, "If you ever want to visit Phoenix, feel free to reach out." Unexpectedly, that offer led me to being where I am now, which I think is fantastic. Sophie Cunningham discusses the 2025 Indiana Fever lineup, expressing her excitement about the team's potential. She highlights the addition of Dewana Bonner as a significant acquisition, emphasizing her experience and skill. Cunningham also praises the talents of players like Natasha Howard, Aaliyah Boston, and Kelsey Mitchell, noting the squad's depth. She values the team's camaraderie and willingness to set aside egos for the greater good of winning and hard work. Cunningham's personal strength lies in her ability to work hard, outperform opponents, and enjoy the process of competing. I am thrilled. I am extremely excited. I find it energizing. I have been living in Phoenix for the last 6 years, where I was selected in the draft. I have had a wonderful time. I have been fortunate to be around many legends of the game and to learn the game at a higher level. However, this new style of play is something that I excel in. When you have teammates who are great shooters, move the ball well, play aggressively, and share the ball, this is the type of offense that I prefer. I am just thrilled. I am thrilled about being part of a wonderful culture and having great people around me. When I heard the news, my immediate reaction was excitement because I knew we had a chance to compete for a championship. I believe that success in basketball is not just about individual talent, but also about team chemistry and the overall environment. My experience with the Atlanta Dream taught me valuable lessons, but I am now looking forward to new opportunities with stronger teammates to pursue a championship. The Atlanta Dream had to reschedule their home opener due to conflicts with multiple high school graduations happening in the area. The Dream revealed on Wednesday that their first home game on May 22nd against the Indiana Fever has been relocated to State Farm Arena, where the NBA's Hawks play. The arena can accommodate around 17,000 fans, which is over 4 times the capacity of their current home at Gateway Center Arena, which can only hold 4,000 spectators. The team faced criticism following the announcement when Dream majority owner Larry Gottesdiener mentioned that the decision was prompted by a scheduling conflict at Gateway. Some supporters thought Atlanta was reluctant to acknowledge that the relocation was influenced by the popularity of Fever player Caitlin Clark. This year, 4 other teams have also relocated their home games to larger arenas, with each team moving at least 1 game against Indiana. However, it seems that there is indeed a scheduling issue. The high school graduations of Clayton County Public Schools, CCPS. CCPS stated on November 13th that the last 3 days of its 5-day high school graduations, scheduled from May 24 to 23, will take place at the Georgia International Convention Center, GICC, in College Park. In early December, the WNBA and its teams revealed the regular season schedule for 2025. The Gateway Center Convention and the arena are managed by the GICC, and both venues have the same parking lot. But it is uncertain if the arena will host graduation ceremonies. On May 22nd, there will be graduations at 4 high schools at the GICC on the same day as the Fever Dream game. The first graduation will begin at 8 a.m. ET, and the last one will start at 8 p.m. The Dream's first home game will start at 7:30 p.m. The Dream chose not to provide a comment, whereas the CCPS did not respond promptly to a request for comment. According to the CCPS graduation announcement, they cater to over 50,000 students from pre-K to 12th grade and are one of the 100 largest school districts in the nation. The clash in schedules highlights the Dream's pursuit of a new arena. Atlanta team president Morgan Shaw Parker stated in a previous interview with Front Office Sports that the team is looking for a new venue that can accommodate 12,000 to 14,000 spectators. The team is willing to collaborate with current arenas in Atlanta or the surrounding greater Atlanta area, and is also considering the possibility of constructing its own facility. Shaw Parker mentioned that the timing of their relocation is uncertain, as the team's lease at Gateway Center Arena is on a year-to-year basis. Atlanta is among the 5 WNBA teams labeled as independent by Shaw Parker, which signifies that their ownership group does not possess another major professional sports franchise in the same city. The remaining 4 teams are the Chicago Sky, Connecticut Sun, Seattle Storm, and Dallas Wings. Independent teams encounter a more substantial logistical obstacle when relocating games compared to the Washington Mystics. For instance, the Mystics shifted 2 games in 2025 to Eagle Bank Arena, a Virginia-based venue owned by Monumental Sports and Entertainment, the parent company of the Mystics. Last year, there was a scheduling conflict between the Sun and the Mohegan Sun Arena. Alyssa Thomas, a 5-time All-Star who transferred from the Sun to the Phoenix Mercury this season through a sign-and-trade deal, mentioned to the Next in the previous year that the team had to use their practice court for a 2-year-old's birthday party before a playoff game. Thomas stated that Mohegan needs to improve and described it as the highest form of disrespect. Although there is conflict, Atlanta is currently experiencing its most successful offseason in franchise history due to the signings of 10-time All-Star Brittany Griner and 3-time All-Star Brianna Jones.